So today I'm going through 20 items, 10 items that I stopped buying after I turned 50, and then 10 Amazon items that I don't ever want to do without, that I would buy them again and again if I had to replace them. And some of them, I think specifically, are perfect for people in their 50s and beyond. And just so you know, I will put the links to all these products in the description box below. Some of those links are Amazon affiliate links. I may earn a small commission if you choose to purchase through that link. Just know that I would never post anything that I don't personally already use and that I don't personally believe and love. Okay, first up is the stuff that I let go of. Now, I didn't stop buying these things because I think I'm old. Far from it. Some of these, I just learned a few things, or I learned more about myself, which is what happens when we enter our 50s. So number one on the list is calcium supplements. And you might be thinking, wait, don't people, especially women, don't they need calcium more than ever after they turn 50? Yeah, but not the way I was doing it, by taking a calcium supplement or taking, those chewy calcium chews. The thing is that when you take a calcium supplement alone without supporting nutrients like K2, magnesium, vitamin D, that calcium can go to places like the inside of your arteries instead of your bones, which is not where you want the calcium to go. It can also cause kidney stones. So I stopped with the extra supplement and I just do a multivitamin now. And number two is purses. I don't buy purses anymore. It turns out that I don't have to actually carry a purse if I don't want to, and I actually prefer it that way. Once you get used to not carrying one, it's actually liberating. I switched to a small card wallet, and I put it on a lanyard. Whenever I go in the store, I just put that around my neck or over my shoulder, and off I go. Number three is conventional deodorants. I'd finally heard enough about the aluminum that's in the antiperspirants. And I was also tired of all the white streaks on my clothes, so I decided to look for something else. And once I found a more natural one that I liked, it was easy to just throw out the old ones. I'll link the one that I use in the description box. And number four on the list is facial cleansers. Those foaming and creamy facial cleansers, they're not really necessary for most after age 50. They tend to be too drying and overkill. And they're usually pricey as well. I love to wash my face at the end of the day with oil. Sometimes I use almond oil. Sometimes it's olive oil. It feels good at the end of the day, and it's great at removing, all types of makeup, whether it's waterproof or whatever. I follow up with a warm washcloth, and I've been doing that for years. Number five is home decor and seasonal decor. I stopped buying home decor in my 50s. I just lost interest in it. Now, if something is sitting out, it has to have a purpose. It either has to be functional or sentimental or nostalgic. It has to earn its place. It's the same with seasonal decor. I just have a few Christmas decorations, no other seasons. I could pare it down even more, but my mom likes all the Christmas stuff, so. Number six on the list is ibuprofen. I used to pop ibuprofen like candy. I took it for everything: cramps, headaches, stiff back. I'd pop 3 or 4 at a time and not think twice. But as I entered my 50s, I started having some digestive issues. And once I discovered how damaging NSAIDs can be to the gut lining, I changed course. And now I only use it as a last resort. And if you find that you're having more digestive issues as you get older, NSAIDs could be a contributor to that. Number 7 on the list is Selftanner lotions. When I was looking through all my old Amazon orders recently, I forgot how much self-tanners that I used to buy. I had it on subscribe and save year round. But somewhere around age 50, I realized that I was just doing it out of habit, and really I just didn't care about that anymore. I cared more about all of the chemicals I was absorbing through my skin. So I decided no more. And, if I can get a little color from walking Benji, every day, then that's fine with me. Okay, number 8 is cheap coffee mugs. Life is too short for coffee in a bad mug. Most mugs leak. Most mugs don't keep anything hot. Many of them, they don't feel good in the hand. If coffee is an important part of your life, like it is mine, a cheap mug, it can just take the joy out of it. It's better to spend a little more money on a quality mug and then pitch out all of those old cheap ones. And number 9 is anti-aging creams and serums. I'm done chasing those empty promises. No more collagen creams, no more firming, plumping serums. I do like exfoliators because, they can freshen up, and energize your complexion. But the rest, in my opinion, they don't work. And number 10 on the list is heavy, stiff footwear, including boots. These days, I want flexible, lightweight, breathable footwear. If I can't wiggle my toes or bend the sole a little bit, then it's a hard pass for me. I found that I just don't want to wear anything anymore that makes my feet feel confined. And that includes boots as well. They're just too confining to me. So now that I've shared the 10 items that I no longer buy, now I want to share with you the 10 Amazon items that hold superstar level in my life. I buy these things because they make my life easier or more comfortable or just better overall. And if there's a product out there that makes me feel better or that I enjoy, then I want to share that. Okay, number 1 on the list is arch support slippers for hardwood floors. Now this is my only female only product, so guys, don't tune out. 6 or 7 years ago, I moved into a place that had predominantly all hardwood floors. Within 6-8 months, I noticed that my feet, they were aching. Felt like I was just walking on, the pure bones of my feet. At first I thought I was getting arthritis or something. But then I found out that hardwood floors are horrible for bare feet, especially in people as they age. Because as we age, we lose a lot of that fat pad layer that's on the soles of our feet. So I went on the hunt for some kind of house slipper, and I have never been a house slipper kind of person, but I knew I needed something. And I found these on Amazon, and the reviews were great. They have a little arch support. I love them. I'm on my 2nd pair now. I'm probably due for another pair. I keep wearing them out because I wear them all the time when I'm at home. But for me, they made all the difference. Okay, number 2 is a meat masher. Now I saw someone in a video using one of these, and I thought, that's just something to junk up my utensil drawer. But then I thought about it. They're pretty inexpensive, and I cook a lot of ground meat. Even Benji's food comes in ground meat that I have to cook. And I always thought there has to be a better way because, using a wooden spoon or a spatula, you just get really fatigued after a while in your wrist and it hurts. These are pretty ergonomic. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but they're great. I mean, you just kind of have to use them differently than you do a spatula. You just first you just chop up the meat in the pan, and once you've gotten it all separated, you just use a twisting motion, and it's no hand fatigue. I love it. And number 3 on the list is a water pick. In my 30s and 40s, my gums, they weren't happy with me. I was constantly trying to stay one step ahead of gingivitis or some other gum issue. I did everything I was supposed to do. You know, I was flossing. I was using a power toothbrush, using every kind of mouthwash that I could think of. Nothing seemed to completely solve the issue. Then I bought a water pick, and I started using it every single day. And within around 6 to 9 months, all my gum pockets were back to normal. And I can feel it too. My gums feel so much better. And you know, even with flossing, which I still do, I can use a water pick afterwards, and it still can find things that the floss didn't. I've just determined that this is something that 50 plus me cannot do without. Actually, 30-year-old me probably would have benefited a lot from it as well. Okay, number 4 is a foot scrubber for the shower. I didn't know that I needed this until I bought it. You know, lifting one leg in the shower while standing on a slippery surface, I don't have to tell you that that's a risky kind of move, you know, especially in our 50s. You know, you've got maybe a stiffer back, or you've got that knee that's acting up. This foot scrubber, it's great. It has little suction cups on the back. So you just stick it to the bottom of your shower, your tub. You put some body wash on it, and then you just scrub your feet back and forth. It's great. It feels good. It's totally effective. Then when you're done, you just rinse it off and then slap it on the side of the shower. It still sticks, you know, the suction cups, and it'll drain, and it'll be ready for you the next time you want to use it. Ah, the things that they will come up with. Number 5 on my must-have list is a power massager. I'm not saying that this power massager is a necessity, but it's kind of like power windows in a car or air conditioning. Once you have it, you never want to do without it ever again. Now, I've had several different styles, but I like this style the best. It has the, you know, arm loops in it, so you can put your arms through it, and it can really dig into your shoulders. But you don't just use it there. You can put it behind your back, your lower back. You can put it under your legs. Okay, number 6 on the list is flexible footwear. I stumbled upon these minimalist shoes a while back, and I fell in love instantly when I put them on. They're actually water shoes, but I've never used them for that. I wear them everywhere, to church, to work, running errands. They're my go-to shoe. The reason I like them so much is that I can wiggle my toes in them. They're very flexible, yet they have this really good grippy, you know, rubber sole, and they're breathable. Now, that said, my feet, as I've aged, they do demand a little bit more arch support, but I have these go-to Dr. Scholl's, you know, arch support insoles that I have them on Subscribe and Save. I put them in every shoe I own, including these, and it makes it the perfect shoe. Okay, number 7 is this jar opener. This is another one of those things you never knew you needed until you get it. Now, in my opinion, I think machines are putting the lids on tighter and tighter than they ever have before. At least that's what I tell myself. But I found this jar opener is awesome. It screws up underneath your cabinets. So it's always there, but it's tucked away. You don't even see it. It'll open everything, from the smallest water bottle to the biggest protein, shake canisters, and everything in between. One year, everyone I knew, friends, family, they were getting these as Christmas presents from me. That's how good they are. Okay, number 8 is the Zoji Rushi mug. This mug is everything that I want. It keeps my coffee hot for hours. Not lukewarm, but hot. And it never leaks. I've bought hordes of coffee mugs throughout all the years. And the heat retention on 95% of them is terrible. But on this one, it's unbelievable. It's like Japanese genius or something. And they last forever. You know, I've found that I prefer the stainless steel versions of them because the colored ones, they can chip with time. I mean, if you don't mind that, it's not a problem, but I do love these mugs. Okay, number 9 is my soda stream. I promised myself shortly after turning 50 that I was going to drink more water. It was something I always struggled with. So I started buying the carbonated waters, you know, in the cans. And, you know, I heard about the soda streams, but I'm like, I mean, is that really necessary? Do I really want that? But then, you know, having to buy so much of the carbonated water, it's not really cheap either. And all the trash that it produces, I decided to buy myself a soda stream and try it. I love it. I've not looked back. I don't buy the canned carbonated water anymore. I love having my own little carbonated water factory at my disposal whenever I want it. I wish I'd bought it sooner. And it's definitely helped me keep that promise to myself about drinking more water. Okay, number 10 on the list is this headlamp with magnifying glasses. Now, I originally bought these to help me clip Benji's nails. He has the black nails and it's really hard to see what you're doing. And of course, my eyes aren't as strong as they used to be. So I found these, tried them. Oh, they're perfect. I mean, you'd be amazed. It's like a whole new world when you put these on and turn the light on. But of course, I'm not just using them for clipping his nails. I'm using it to inspect things, you know, like a bug bite or a splinter or, you know, some really tiny writing. It's basically like having, you know, surgeon vision right at your fingertips. And your hands, they get to stay free while you're inspecting whatever it is that you're doing. And that's what makes these better than just using, you know, the zoom function on your phone, which I use that a lot too. So there you go. 10 items I no longer waste my money on in my 50s and 10 things I don't want to do without. What about you? Are there things that you've stopped buying that no longer fit your life? Let me know in the comments, and I'd love to know what's on your essential list as well. And since we're kind of talking about age, check out my video on reverse aging, how to look and feel younger. I share 18 of my own tips. I'll link it right here. Thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye.